As many of you may know, I'll kind of do a quick rundown of past events, kind of bring you up to speed. The Luminant trial regarding the valuation of the plant was held on February 15th. Judge made the ruling on March 10th. That ruling was in our favor. I believe the valuation of the plant was set at $2.2 billion. Just to give you a little background, we went in budgeting kind of conservatively. The budget this year was based off of valuation of the plant. We set at 1.9 for the hospital. We chose that as kind of a conservative number with the discussions going on prior to. The judge signed the final notice on May 4th, which has started the 30-day clock that Luminant has. They have 30 days from May 4th to either pay the amount, or their other option would be to appeal. As it's my understanding, if they do appeal, there are one or two options. Either they have to pay the amount of the taxes to us at that time, and then if the judgment is overturned, we have to repay the amount. The second option is that they can post a bond for the amount of the tax dollars owed. So those are some of the things we're kind of facing. Say bottom line is right now we're not real sure. The clock's ticking, and we're just waiting to see between now and 30 days from the 4th what's going to happen. As of yesterday, I haven't heard, talking to Ray, there hadn't been any changes or any updates or anything to the situation. I'll let you know kind of what that impact is to us. On the $2.2 billion evaluation, the plant currently owes us $1.9 million. That doesn't include penalties and interest that have accumulated on that at this time. So
didn't they pay certain portions?
they paid on the valuation of $990 million, which is about 1.3 million. The 1.3 or 1.2, I don't have that number directly in front of me. We did have to make a bond payment thereafter. They paid January 31st. I think we might have got it a day earlier, January 30th. On February 15th, we did have to make a bond payment of $600,000. So that kind of went through that initial payment pretty quickly, making the bond payment. There is a second bond payment of roughly $315,000 that will be due in August coming up. So that's kind of where we are with the plant right now. To kind of let you know what we've done as an organization to offset this. Currently, all administration are cutting anywhere from 10 to 20 hours out of their pay. We're taking voluntarily days off without PTO to help offset some of the wage expense between now and the end of the month. Administrators have been asked to do so on a voluntary basis too, actually the whole organization. None of these things have really been set. It's all been done on. A number of the department directors have cut anywhere from, we work on a 2-week pay period, so a 40-hour pay period. Many of them have cut anywhere from 8 to 16 hours out of their voluntarily giving up those hours to help offset that. In addition, we're sending staff home if census is low or things are quiet. We're trying to cut down as much staffing as we can. There's a PTO sale that we do annually. Employees that have been here more than 5 years, you're allowed to accrue your PTO, and annually we do a sale where people can sell their PTO. There's guidelines as to how much, and depending on your tenure here, that you can sell back. But we have postponed that at this time, waiting on the plant decision. There's no paid travel currently. We have eliminated any paid travel by employees. In addition, education pay has been limited as well. If there's extenuating circumstances, that will be looked at. If it's something you absolutely got to have, and if it's related to here, that's kind of a decision of Ray and admin. There will be no salary increases in June. Let's see. And currently any employees, if somebody has vacated a position, it's going to be admin approval before you can fill that position. There's a number of positions that we have not filled, and people are kind of picking up the slack in some of the other areas. I will say the employees have been pretty, my employees, I had a talk with them, and a lot of them have voluntarily done things to help try to weather the storm here before we wait this out.
Can you tell us how many positions have not been filled that are sitting there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. I do know of some. Today our housekeeping director turned in his today was his final day. I'll slide over and become housekeeping director in the interim. There's a few other positions that we've kind of done some of the same things. I believe most of and that's why it's by admin approval. A lot of the care positions, nursing, staffing positions and things are taken care of. It's more the ancillary type stuff where if we can make do for a little while without filling a position, we're doing so.
Maybe some in the business office.
Yeah, I think the business office has a few positions open as well that they've been asked to kind of hold off until we can reevaluate and kind of see where we are. In addition to that, we have asked central receiving. They are going through all supply orders and reviewing whether things are necessary. Office supplies and things like that. We're kind of, those are small, but still you can usually go rummage through other departments and find some of those things that you need. So yeah, a lot of them are recycled, so they're different colors, but that prevents having to purchase binders. And that's kind of where we are right now. There are second and third measures that have been discussed by admin. If this goes longer than the 30 days, that we will look at potentially implementing, depending on the circumstances or where things end up. In addition to that, we're currently negotiating for a potential line of credit. If things may run a little longer, it will might help with that. And that's pretty much my report. I'm glad to answer any questions if there's any other.
What type of receivables do we have?
Our receivables, I don't have a set of financials to see. We have been pushing the business office to work receivables. We've got a printout weekly of kind of the outstanding receivables that are out there, and we've been asking the business office manager, we will sort that by dollar amount and take the top ones, and actually admin has been dividing up to try to get those cleaned up and get them billed. Some of the things that needed diagnosis or this, to be billed needed a different diagnosis or needed something changed on, we've actually divided them up and gone to the doctors to see about getting those cleared so we can get them billed and get them dropped and get money in.
You'd mentioned bond payment coming due in August. Has anyone been in contact with our attorney about possibly refinancing our bonds, stretching them out, getting a lower rate?
I think there's a provision and there's a time frame that prevents us from doing that. I don't think we've reached that time period yet. That's as I recall, but I'll make a note of that and take a look.
What is the interest rate that we're paying on the bond?
I can bring that to you off the top of my head.
I know it was done in 2009, so back then they were pretty high.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they were.
I know at one point we did look at the potential of refinancing or doing something different to look at a little better interest rate. And I think there was a 10-year, 5 or 10-year cap on that. I think a 10 that we couldn't really do anything with it at that